Good afternoon, good afternoon. Or as they say around here, bonjour. Or as they say in Igbo, kedu kodi. And Yoruba, how do they describe it? Thank you. We'll move on. Right, welcome to the first screening of Ireke, Rise of the Maroons, ladies and gentlemen.
My name is Gbolahan Peter Macjob. I'm the writer and director of Ireke, Rise of the Maroon, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching the film. It's taken a lot of effort, a lot of blood, tears, as they say, but I hope that you can appreciate the thoughts behind the film. Earlier this year, I had a commission to do a documentary about the Benin bronzes. The fact that those bronzes that were stolen in 1800s during the British punitive expedition of Benin. So when I got there, in the course of my interview, I saw how traumatized some of those historians were, you know, because when what happened, somewhere that used to be a great empire, now reduced to, like, you know, just a regular state in Nigeria. I just felt like there's a story there that needs to be told, possibly in film version, because there's only so much documentary you can make. As time went on, I kind of, you know, discussed with people and all of that, and then decided, let's make a romantic story in a plantation, touching on history.
We intend to take this film to festivals. We intend to, take it round some countries, take it round film festivals before we do the general theatre release and all of that. This is a story that we believe will get the conversations rolling because it actually tackles some old subjects in an entirely new way. You know, it's got a fresh breath and it was told in such a graphic way. It has such incredible pace. You know, we use some of our very talented creatives.
This conversation that we are yet to have, this big elephant in the room in terms of our ancestry, what happened to our forefathers, but more importantly, the aspect of their stories that nobody is telling. The fact that some of them fought back. It wasn't everybody that was captured and was happy to be in servitude. Some said they would rather die than be slaves. Nobody said anything about that. Some jumped to their death because they never want to be slaves. And some, even though they were enslaved, they kept on plotting how to escape, and they escaped. So I love the fact that, you know, that aspect of our ancestry needed to be told. So that's how Ireke came about.
Let's talk about Peter, because as I said at the top, he's an Emmy-nominated BBC journalist, well versed in current affairs. What does that bring to a film like this in terms of?
Well, I think the fact is, we both have a lot. I love history. He loves history. I love being factual about it as well. You know, not propaganda, not misplacing, you know, events. And I think his you know, experience with doing documentaries with regards to various topics, it puts in a whole new type of passion into his filmmaking, and for his first film. I've seen many people over the years do their first films, and they're normally just short, and they never proceed to this, state so quickly. So, best of luck to him.
The business side of this is what I write about mostly.
Yes.
So who's releasing in Nigeria?
Obviously, now that it's been shown at Cannes, I'm pretty sure that there'll be more interest in terms of distribution, especially in Nigeria. But as you know, there's also South Africa, huge market there. and in the UK there's Republic of Ireland, where there's a big Nigerian community.
I just want to say congratulations. You have my full support. I love it. What I did see was fantastic. It just caught me by surprise. Like I had no expectations of like the film or what to expect. I think it's fantastic. And yeah, if you need anything from me or any support, you know I'm behind you. I've got it. Like I love it, and yeah, all the best. Hopefully you can sell out those seats in the cinemas and ride on the success of like Sinners and just people embracing diverse films. And yeah, I'm definitely with it. Big up you guys.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
Yeah, you have my support.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Anyone
Right.
else? Yes.
I was gonna say I think it's a really interesting perspective when it comes to it's bigger than a slavery film, but films that surround that I feel like are usually only shown from one side, and you think more of along the lines of like a 12-year slave. And so I thought it was just really great to kind of get a film that kind of analyzes it from not just like a slave involved, but you also just get multiple nuanced takes with you know, the house versus, you know, field slaves as well. But I think fiction can be a really great entry point into getting the public to explore the real when it comes to stories. And so I think this can have, you know, really large impact just outside of you know, telling a story or just a movie, but people being able to then go and learn more about the Maroon tribe.
It was really nice to see. It's, as you just said, it's just not the one perspective where you got the good ones, the baddies on both sides. Goodies, as far as you can go with the white side. But yeah, it was really nice to see.
I was the only goodie.
Yeah, take one more.
Just another comment on it. I think it was admirable how the film was brutal. You know, this is not a pretty story. This is one of violence on both sides, in the sense of what, you know, the oppression and then overthrow which is required, and it's, you know, factual. You did not put any Vaseline, any prettiness around it. You didn't look away, you know, and I think that's when one thinks of films like, you know, 12 Years a Slave or like recently Sinners. I think, you know, there is a time and a place for humanity just to look at what it can do at times, and it's brutal, and I think it's a good thing.
Just on that, so playing devil's advocate, if you were sitting in the BBFC and we wanted to kind of reach out to younger audiences, would you give it a 15?
You'll have to. I don't know, because I get so
It's
confused. No. But only because how many films have I seen that are given as a 15 by the BBFC, and I go, really? I don't think the BBFC are very consistent. They may well do, but they may not as well. I think
it's an 18 now.
But if you wanted a 15 version of it, yeah, there will be scenes that I think might end up getting cut. But I think it will lessen the impact, and you know.